Welcome back, dear students, to yet another video on squares and square root. Okay, so as I told you in the last class, today we are going to deal with only the word problems from your exercise 3A. Okay, so the first question for the day is on the screen, which says, a man after tour finds that he had spent every day as many rupees as the number of days he had been on tour. So let's understand the meaning of this first sentence. So basically, a man is going for a tour, okay, and every day he is spending the amount of money, okay, which is equal to the number of days he has been on tour. That means if he is going on the tour for 10 days, then every day he is spending rupees 10. If he is going for 20 days, then he is spending every day rupees 20. That means if he is going for X number of days, then that guy is spending every day rupees X. That's what is the meaning of the first sentence. Now the main question says, how long did his tour last? If he had spent all rupees 1296. So altogether he spent this much money. Okay, that means for how many days he went for the tour. That's what the question is asking you. Okay, so let's see how to solve this. So let me take the number of days he had spent to be X. Okay, what does that mean? That means that every day he is spending rupees X. That's what I said in the beginning, right? Okay, now if I ask you, see, every day, see, if you are going to tour for 10 days, then obviously every day you are spending rupees 10, isn't it? So in one day, if you are spending 10 rupees, then in 10 days, how much will you spend? It will be 10 into 10, that is 100 rupees, isn't it? So same thing is happening here also. So that means total money spent is given to be this much. But in one day, if he spends X rupees and if he stays for X days, then altogether total money will be X into X, isn't it? Yes. So that means total money is nothing but X into X, which is X into X is how much? It is X square, isn't it? So if you want to find the value of X, what do? You take the square root here. Now how to find the square root? You have already learned, isn't it? What do you need to do? You need to factorize 1296. Okay, so factorization part I have shown here. You may try the factorization by yourself also. Okay, so basically here we see that 1296 can be written as 4 into 4 into 9 into 9. So here form the pair of 4. So how many 4 are there? 2 4s are there. And how many 9s are there? Exactly 2 9s are there. So that's why this can be written as, instead of these two 4, I am just writing 1, and instead of these two 9, I am writing just 1. So 4 into 9 is 36, and 36 is the value for X. And what is X? X is number of days he had been on the tour, isn't it? So that's why the required number of days here is just 36. That means he went for the tour for 36 days. Okay, I hope the question is clear to you. So you may pause the video and note down your solution. Let's have another question which says, out of 749 students, maximum are to be arranged in the school field for a PT display, such that the number of rows is equal to number of columns. So basically, students are forming assembly, okay, where number of rows and number of columns both are equal. That means when the students are finally arranged, what kind of shape do you get? Won't you get a square shape? Yes, yes. So you get a square shape because the number of rows and number of columns both are same here. Okay, so here question says, find the number of rows if 16 students were left out of the arrangement. That means out of 745, these 16 students won't fit in the square. That's what is the meaning. So that means if this is the number of students, then the students left out is given to be this much, right? That means how many students have taken part in the arrangement? It will be, just remove this 16 from total, you get this much, isn't it? So that means in that square arrangement there are exactly 729 students. Okay, that means here you are asked to find the number of rows, isn't it? Number of rows means what? Number of rows means number of students in each row, okay, which I am taking to be x. Now just think, if number of students in each row is x, what will be the number of column or number of students in the columns in each column? Obviously, since it is a square arrangement, both number of rows and number of columns will be same, isn't it? So that's why we say that number of columns is also how much? X. Number of rows is also x. Number of columns also becomes x. Now it is said the number of students who has taken or who were in the arrangement is 729, isn't it? Now how do we get this 729? We multiply number of students in each row, number of students in each column, which is x into x, because we know number of students in each row is x and number of students in each column is also x. So x into x gives you total number of students who has taken part in the arrangement, which is nothing but 729. So similarly, like earlier, we'll find the value of x. Okay, and what is x? X is root over 729. And what is x actually? X is number of rows, isn't it? So that's why here number of rows will be square root of 729. Now the factorization part is shown here, or else you already have the list of squares of first 30 natural number. So from there also you will be able to find that square root of 729 will be equals to 27. Okay, so that means what is 27? 27 becomes your value of x, which is number of rows, and that's what the question is asking you to find. Okay, pause the video and note down your solution. Okay, so question number 10 is not so very important. Okay, so you can find many examples like question number 10, so you will try that by yourself. I'm leaving that and it's not compulsory for you. Okay, let's see this particular question. Question says find the smallest perfect square divisible by 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now if I ask you to find a number, okay, smallest number which is divisible by 3, 4, 5 and 6, what does that mean? That means we have to find the LCM, because you know LCM stands for least common multiple, isn't it? That means this is LCM is the least number which is divisible by each and every given number. Okay, so that's why I am finding here LCM of 3, 4, 5 and 6. So for that, let me do my work here. So 3, 4, 5 and 6 divide by 2. So you won't be able to divide 3, so it will be kept as it is. So divide 4, you get 2, 5 will be as it is, 6 becomes 3. Now here I see that I'll be able to divide with 3. So divide with 3, so you get 3 1s are 3, 2 won't get 2 won't be able to divide, right? And we have 5, and if I divide 5, again we won't be able to divide 5, isn't it? So leave it as it is, and we have 3 here. Okay, so 3 becomes 1. Okay, so that's all. Now multiply here, so your LCM becomes 2 into, how many 2's are there? 2 into 2, 3 into 5. Okay, now this is equals to 60. Now this is the LCM, right, which can be divided by all these numbers. Okay, but is this a perfect square? No. Why? Because we cannot see here, we can form the pair for 2, but we can't form pair for 3 and 5. So here, in order to make this number a perfect square, what I need to do? I need to multiply this entire thing by 3 and 5 in order to make pair for 3 and 5. Okay, so here, as I said, in which 3 and 5 are not in pairs. So we should multiply it by 3 into 5 in order to make the pairs of 3 and 5, which is 3 into 5 is how much? 15, isn't it? So that's why the required perfect square will be, we need to multiply this, that is this entire thing, by 15. So that's why 60 into 15 will be equals to 900. So this will be the smallest perfect square number which will be divisible by 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so that's all for the day. You may pause the video and note down your solution. Thank you very much.